So when I first got into fitness at the age of around 13 or 14, I had always thought that I needed some tremendous amount of willpower, some tremendous amount of discipline just to not only get myself in the gym, but to actually like see results that I wanted, right? Because I looked up to like all these world-class athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo, these famous YouTubers. I'm like, wow, they have something that I don't. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve those results because they have something that I don't, right? And that was always kind of like my mindset. But then the further along I got into my fitness journey, the more I started to realize for not just myself, but once I started coaching other people, that we are all human beings and there's nothing special or magical about someone who is in shape versus someone who isn't. I would say the biggest difference between people who are in shape versus those who aren't simply comes down to one very simple trait, and that is consistency. And now the way that you get consistent with whatever you want to pursue in life is just by making whatever the thing you want to do is as attractive as possible. So one thing I always like to tell my clients and everyone else on my social media is that you do not need any more willpower or discipline to start eating healthier, for example. If that's one of your goals to start eating healthier this year, you just need to prime your environment to make the healthy choice the easy choice. Or if you want to start working out, like you don't need more willpower to start working out, you just need to make it more attractive to start working out, right? So going back to the eating example, if you were to go into my kitchen right now and you were starving, you haven't eaten in hours and days, whatever, you go into my cupboard, you go into my fridge, you open it up, you are gonna be bombarded by fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean sources of proteins, and healthy fat. And so if you were gonna eat something, what is more convenient? Eat something bad or to just eat something that's healthy in the fridge? Well, it's gonna be a lot more convenient for you to grab something quick out of the fridge that happens also to be super healthy, right? And so I've almost like created this environment for myself where I'm almost like incentivized, and it's really just conducive towards me eating healthier. Because I used to obviously live with different roommates in the past. I used to live with like my parents, my siblings, and at the time, right, it's like I was always bombarded by cookies in the pantry, ice cream in the freezer, sugary cereals, all these things, right? And yeah, it was difficult for me to eat healthy. I still ate my calories, I ate my macros, I still ate as healthy as I could, but I'm not gonna sit here and say it was easy because it definitely wasn't if you're just constantly every single day just bombarded by all these sugary craving foods. And now I am not saying that you cannot eat those foods. You can certainly still fit those within your calories and your macros. The only issue with these foods is that they are quite literally designed for you to overeat. There are scientists in labs right now who are trying to make the foods that they're producing for the masses right now as addictive, as tasty, as chewable, as just delicious as possible. Far beyond the flavor, but even like the texture and the way it feels, the way it smells like in your mouth, like things that we don't even like think about and take into consideration, they think really deeply about. Imagine eating like a chocolate chip cookie right now. Like it doesn't just taste amazing, but it's got everything that you almost like want in something. It's got the chewiness, it's got the sweetness, it's got the crunchiness on the outside, the softness in the inside. I'm making myself hungry right now, but you know what I mean, right? And same thing goes with like French fries. They're nice and crispy on the outside, nice and chewy on the inside. They're nice and lightly salted, especially if you dip it in some ketchup or in some mayo. Like the flavor combinations go really well in your mouth, and they literally designed this to be as tasty and therefore as addictive as possible. And so all these more processed foods, they're hyper palatable, which means that they are very easy to overeat. Not only are they very calorically dense, they're also really easy to overeat. Whereas if you were to compare that for more less processed foods, right? So single ingredient foods, think of your foods that only have one single ingredient in them, they tend to not be as easy to overeat. No one has ever told you that, oh, I just binged on my diet. Oh, what did you binge on? Oh, I just ate 1,000 apples, or I ate 10,000 chicken breasts. Like it doesn't happen. Like it really doesn't happen, right? It's like usually you're already pretty satisfied after eating a salad or after eating a chicken and rice meal or after eating like a bowl of oatmeal. Like for me, like that gets me full and energized and I'm like good to like attack the day. Whereas if I eat like a sugary bowl of cereal, not only am I gonna be even hungrier afterwards because like I get that instant dopamine rush. I'm like, oh my goodness, this was so good, so sugary. Like I want even more of it. And I just tend to obviously eat a lot more of it, but then also I tend to like crash afterwards. You get that spike in insulin and then it kind of crashes afterwards. Whereas less minimally processed, it kind of like gives you like more of a slower release and you tend to like not overeat, right? Beyond the point. So essentially what you have to focus on if you want to start eating healthier is to prime your environment to make the healthy choice the easy choice. And now, like I said, it's not always going to be super easy if you live in a household with like your family, with kids, with roommates, with other people. It's going to be really difficult. But a couple of things that I would recommend my clients to do, and then also for you guys listening right now, is to do one of these things. Number one, ask them kindly to either lock it up. So if something's physically locked up, it means that you physically cannot grab it. That can definitely be beneficial. Another one, it's just simply asking them to hide it, because when something is out of sight, it'll be out of mind. Whereas if it's inside, it'll be in mind. And so simply ask them like, hey, I know you just bought a box of cookies. Do you mind either keeping it in your room or just hiding it somewhere, just at least so I do not see it? Because that can make a huge difference. If you're just constantly surrounded by healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, lean proteins, whole grains, all these things, you're likely going to gravitate towards more of those foods. And so I always recommend just keeping those types of foods nearby and stocked up just in your household as much as you can. And then I'm not saying again that you cannot have the junk food, but what I recommend you to do is to, whenever you want to eat something, whether it's like some ice cream or you want to eat out with like your friends and something, make it something where like there's a lot of friction towards it. So if you want ice cream right now, like if I wanted ice cream right now, I got nothing in my freezer. So what do I have to do? I probably have to go into my car, drive into the city, find an ice cream store, find parking, walk to the ice cream store, stand in line, pick what flavor I want, and then eat it. Like I'm literally, realistically speaking, probably like 30 minutes away from the moment I want ice cream to the moment that I can actually start eating ice cream. And there's gonna be a lot of friction there, obviously, right? Whereas if I wanted something quick, I could just really quickly microwave some chicken breast that I already have pre-cooked in the fridge, and boom, there you go. I can eat it and I can carry on with the rest of my day. I still enjoy eating out. Like I love eating sushi, I love eating pizza, I eat all these things, but I just don't have it stored in my fridge so I can have it all the time. So I make it like almost like an event where like, oh, I really look forward to this. And I tend to do it with other people. I don't want to just go to the ice cream store on my own. I don't just want to get sushi on my own. Like I want to make it like this nice event that I actually look forward to with a couple of my friends. I get to sit down with them, not rush the process, eat some good food, tell some good stories, learn a couple things, brainstorm, all these things, right? So I turn it into like this event that yes, food is involved, but so much more is involved with that. So I make a rule to myself that I never eat out on my own. If I do eat out, it tends to be with other people. So there's some more friction there, right? So even if I did want to, for example, eat some more ice cream, now I'd have to actually find someone to go have ice cream with because I'm never going to do that on my own. It's not worth it to me. And now last thing here, if you do insist on having the junk food in your house, okay, sure. There's no rules here. Like I'm just saying what works for me and works for my clients, but you can do whatever. The last thing that I will tell you is instead of getting like the big packages, let's say you really enjoy eating cookies, instead of getting like this big box of cookies, try to get the bite-sized ones or ones that you can only get in like small little wrappers, because even then like the serving size is still going to be a lot smaller compared to opening up an entire box of cookies and it's like you're bombarded by all these cookies and there's almost like no limits to it unless you eat the entire box. Whereas with these individual packets, you have one package, you open it up and you eat it and then boom, there you go, you're done with it. So these are just a couple of hacks that I can give you right now to start eating healthier. Like I said, you do not need to restrict all junk food at all times. I think food is a big part of our culture and we should definitely indulge in foods from time to time and like be able to have this flexible approach where we can still eat our favorite foods while still getting in phenomenal shape, which is obviously what we help our clients do. But just know that with these more processed foods, they're very easy to overeat, which therefore going to be easier for you to go over on your calories and therefore, yeah, you're going to get fat essentially, which is not what you want, right? You want to get fit while still being able to enjoy these foods. So that's how I do it. That's how our clients do it. If you are interested in online coaching to lose around 30 to 50 pounds in the next 6 to 12 months, you can go ahead and click the link in the description below where you can schedule a free consultation call with me personally. We'll basically go over your fitness goals, we'll go over your current struggles, and we'll create a game plan together to help you absolutely crush them in the next couple of months. I'll see you there. Peace.